Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And in tonight's episode I think I'm just going to go and do it, right? We've faffed around long enough doing stuff in this act. We've got some unfinished business, but I think now is time for us to remember why we may fear the dark. Yeah. Let's go move the storyline along a little. I believe Quirko should be just behind us, and we are carrying how much stuff? Some. We did go for 11 spirituality. Okay then. Right, next I think I'd like to pump 14 endurance, then either 13 strength or 7 dexterity. After which, well, we'll see. It's a bit of a while off anyway. Let's have some fun. Also, be on the lookout for upgrade materials that we can enjoy using. We do now have 2 knightly armor sets, both of which seem to be very light armor, one of which suits our playstyle rather more than the other, and that's not saying too much at the moment. It would be nice to find the heavy armor set, which probably exists. We found a magical set as well that's kind of top tier, actually 2 of them. How are we doing for time? Oh, mid-afternoon, excellent. That's okay. Let us perform this ritual and return the light to the Menhir. It may not be that easy, there may be more, and yes, the floating fragments of the ruined tower can wait for now. If another weird night comes for us during the hours of darkness, we'll have to be careful. We also cannot expect him to have the same weakness. But I do still feel that the great stag spirit we have seen roam this land may take his stead. Because we haven't seen anything else really appearing at night, and we haven't heard the tolling of a great bell. So if something does come at night, and it's not that great stag spirit, then it will be rather an abrupt surprise. Now then, let's do this. Here are the tablets containing the Menhir rites. What should we do now?
Now, of course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the Menhir after nightfall.
Will you speak me through my part of the ritual before? Apparently not. I don't know what I am to do. But I'm really tempted, now that I've got that spirituality, to go and purchase the Druid Bane set and put it on and enjoy all the benefits. Mainly because I want to enjoy that massive, something like 50% mana shield. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting set, because if it inhibits mana replenishment, I think it inhibits mana regeneration, so that shouldn't affect potions. But it has a built-in way to kind of rebuild some of the mana already. For now, though, I pressed the wrong key, but that's okay. Blah. I need to meet. Yeah, I need to meet him at the Menhir at nightfall. Yeah, sure. So what I can do in the meantime, I could have tried crafting some potions in his hut at that alchemical station he has set up. That would have been nice. I think referring to the men of Camelot as scum might have been going a bit too far. Now, they haven't necessarily treated him very nicely, but that's possibly one of the most strongly opinionated phrases we've had from a druid this whole game so far. Normally they're quite mellow, chilled out individuals. Let us see if we can upgrade our equipment a little more. Now, we have things we can sell. You know what that means, don't you? I'm checking for quality. I don't think I have anything that requires titanium, but I think I've got at least 19. I do want to look into this. Alright, let's pass off a few of these things.
You're just in time. The forge is ready.
Sounds wonderful. Now then, I would like to sell you some things. Some items for which I have little use. This still looks very... Each blocked hit increases the hero's melee damage by 5%, whereas 10 hits on that one. 15 seconds. Okay, so that's increases for 10 seconds. That is until you go 15 seconds without getting hit. So that's the... It's the duration. That's the stronger part of Scarfuck's Ward, which makes it so good. Also, there's no cap on it, whereas the other one is a flat damage boost. Okay, I can see where we're going there. Let's also trade in these. I don't need that or that, especially as that's going to get confusing. Right. And I believe I have some things to go put in storage. Let's take it steady because, ooh, things are on a bit of a go slow tonight, aren't they? Yeah. Look at those textures popping in there. Not sure why. Well, probably because the Lone Wolf episodes are so big, they're eating up a lot of space on the external hard drive, which somehow is slowing everything down because it needs more space on it to... Yeah, if any of the hard drives get a bit too full. Then again, I should probably start saving up for a new computer at some point. Because Windows 10 won't be supported after, I think it's middle of next month. Joy. There is a way to create a backup install file for the operating system in case I need to. I should probably look into that really soon. And then start saving up my pocket money. Maybe, by the time I can afford a new computer, the system requirements for The Elder Scrolls 6 will finally be released. You know, it's only been, what? Ooh, like 14 years since it came out. The Elder Scrolls used to come out like every 6 or 7 years, you know. And then they went and made The Elder Scrolls Online to have an excuse to never have to release another Elder Scrolls game ever again. Look, I'm not saying that's why they did it, But that's exactly what I said as soon as it got announced. I said, okay, that's their excuse for never having to make another Elder Scrolls game ever again. Right. I can sell that. Okay. Armour. Tainted Priestess's Veil. Already in there. As is the Tattered. Okay. So we keep those. That goes. This goes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's there. There's the glove. We've got those, and for the feet. It's like... okay. Well, hold on then. There we go. Okay, that was all right. I mean, mostly it's been like, maybe not. Okay. If we want to work on these, we've still got a long way to go. I can absolutely afford, but where are you going, mate? Oh.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Got money? I've got elixirs.
And I am very intrigued by these. So 6 and 5 is 11. Where are we? Receiving magical damage restores 30% of it as stamina, so it's not a magical energy. Dealing damage to enemies that use magic restores 50% of it as mana. There we go, that's the built-in. So it's a very synergistic set. 8, 6 would be 14, so down 4 armor. 7, 5 would be 12, up 2. Up 3. I'm going same quality, so 6 and 5 would be 11, so up 4. 6 and 5 would be 11. Up 6 armor, bizarrely. And we could transfer across. Increases mana regeneration by 0.5, but fully inhibits your mana regeneration, so we wouldn't need to put the fetching yet practical adornment on this armor at all. So we could put on the spiky, vengeful spikes on the body. It is a lot of money, but we have a lot of money, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I might want to make them look a bit different, because I haven't messed with that yet. Let's get him before he turns around and walks away.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Well, how about these? Oh, look. Oh. And not... What happened to the... Oh, right there. Okay. Consumables. Which is a lovely icon for the food, not so much for all these items. Okay. I should probably go and upgrade some of these things while I wait for night to come.
Hello there.
And take my time. It definitely feels like it's a full set job, and I probably don't have the materials to fully upgrade all of it to the same quality. So I think the coat first for the mana shield, then the gloves for the restoration, and then was it the trousers for the stamina, I think. So having a big mana shield and replenishing the mana by twatting spellcasters, and having the trousers restore stamina when you take damage to your mana from the mana shield is a strong synergy. If it is for trousers, I think it is for trousers. It's a strong synergy. Essentially, it's not worth putting the lesser parts of the set on to fully inhibit mana regeneration, unless... I think what I need to do is put the full set on, lose some mana, and then drink a mana potion and see if we get any back. For now, though, we are upgrading. Okay. Mana shield is big. So yeah, we'll go with this. 1, 2. Just one a time, so that's okay. 2 there. I'm looking at the amount of meteoric ore that's going to be used in the upgrades. Okay, so we can do that quite easily. The qualities of this, the only thing that's changing is the armor. It's not scaling, so it's not a high priority for upgrades. Whereas that is a big upgrade priority. Okay. So then with 2 left, probably the coat once and the gauntlets twice, or the hat twice. Oh, and I should probably wear a different cloak. That's a good one. Slowly burns nearby enemies. Very much a witch hunter thing. Nothing from enhancements at all. Increases maximum health. Regenerates maximum mana per second. Would that be curtailed by the set? Cloak of Retribution. Very much a witch hunter thing. Okay. And it's only iron. Oh, well. It looks like that lifesteal isn't increasing. That must have been nerfed in the patch as well. Okay. So trousers or coat. Or 2 of the 2 upgrades on the other 3 items. I mean, the hat's just really nice. Okay. We're at 8. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to change anytime soon, is it? That's just magnificent. Okay, so in that case, yeah, we do want to start working our way up towards that, don't we? There we go. Excellent stuff. Right. So now, same armor. Obviously 6 down. 9 down. same. $11 down. So we'd want to do some more upgrading before wearing that set. That's okay. Would we want to make something? We could certainly do it for practice. Make a set. I can't remember what I've got in storage. What I may or may not have made. Should probably look into that. Could make a lot of leather. Okay. Let me click the button, please, dear developers. It would be very nice. I am not a console wanker with no brain. I mean, this click and hold to confirm thing is annoying enough. I don't know why it keeps splitting. Is it because of quality issues? Like if we roll particularly high or low, I don't know. But batching seems to not work. It's doing some, but not all. Well, we can certainly use a lot of leather when it comes to crafting certain ingredients. Probably should start working our way up towards these things soon. Okay, you know what? That does look kind of nice, but 8 damage? Yeah, it's only 3 weight though. They're all so light. I don't know why anyone would ever want to use this function, except for in the early game, because everything you make just gets so light anyway, especially if you start putting points into endurance. We could absolutely play dressing up, right? We could go, hello, we would like this to look like, ooh, I don't know, let's say this, right? For a witch hunter type thing, and then stick a sort of dark cloak on the back. And you know, actually what we really want to do is for trousers, probably, and the hat. Yeah, let's look into the hat. Okay, there we go. The hat removes the eyebrows for some reason and goes very high up above the forehead. It's a truly impressive hat otherwise. And all of the things we have here do generally tend to obscure the face. Generally, I say. That is definitely low over the eyes. Oh, that's very pretty. Doesn't really scream burn you at the stake though, does it? Oh, okay, so we get the steel, silvery, and the sort of tarnished bronzy one. Okay, of course we got that from the other set. Again, you know, most of it is covering the eyes. For an Inquisitor, that could look very pretty. As could, woo, that's very Kingdom Death and very bald for some reason suddenly. Just hood, other hoods. Here we go. Wasn't there a white hood we found? No, apparently. Ah, this, not white, but there we go, that one. Yeah. and then we could build a set that looks very fancy. But anyway, I'm probably not going to make much use of that feature. We got a little while to go before it's very dark yet. We might just have to go and rest. You know what? I am feeling a bit excited. I'm feeling a bit of tension in my chest. I'm like, ooh, this is going to get interesting. Something significant is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but it'll probably be in keeping with the style of things that have happened in the game so far. What if we go and conduct this ritual? I probably don't even need to rest, just walk slowly. And it doesn't work because it's the wrong shield. And the shield shouldn't be connected to the ritual unless it is a part of the ritual. Like, if he starts daubing pig's blood on the shield or something, you know, then, well, something serious is going on, right? Or blessing the shield in a special way, and then we have to tell him, look, mate, that's the wrong shield, it's not working. I'll be like, well, bugger, it took me years to save up these ingredients. But mate, you only just got the fucking instructions today. How did you know what you needed if you didn't know what you needed? He's like, oh, well, bugger, I didn't. Fuck you then, you cunt. Kicks us out the city, burns us so we explode, right? And all the bits of us exploded all over the floor, he picks up and puts in a nice little heap and shits on them, like actually squats and shits on them, right? And then feeds those infected scraps with shit on to the beggars who he hates, apparently, because they gave him syphilis or something, right? It's like, hey, you know what? You can let your imagination run, and sometimes it's probably not the best thing to do, depending on what you've been thinking of previously. So, yeah. Of course, it could be much less depraved and nasty than that. You'd have to dance around the beggars while they're being forced to eat their shit-covered flesh as well. Like, absolutely. You know, they would be compelled to. Like, he'd use some kind of mind magic spell to force them to do it, but to be fully aware of what they're doing and have their own natural reactions, but be unable to react because their body is being controlled like a fucking puppet, because there's tiny little hooks into every fibre of their being, pulling and twitching, and it's torture. Yeah, things can get nasty, right? That being said, right, speaking of nasty, if I were to make a computer game, I imagine there might be 1 or 2 achievements, right? There would be a difficulty setting called Game Journalist difficulty setting, right? You go like, oh, what do you want to play? Easy, normal, hard, or Game Journalist? If you click Game Journalist, it just plays the end credits, and then this thing comes up which says, congratulations, you played the game! And you get the Game Journalist achievement. And then you can never launch any other game mode of the game ever, unless you reinstall it, maybe, you know. Or maybe that might be too nasty because some people want to get all the achievements, right? If I was going to not do that and allow them to continue playing after getting the Game Journalist achievement, they would immediately get 2 achievements, right? The first achievement would be called Complete the Game on Game Journalist difficulty setting, right? And the second achievement would be called Now Play the Goddamn Game. Or now play the fucking game, you bastard, you know. Cuphead titwanks. I've never played Cuphead, it's a fucking platformer game, I hate platformers, they're shit. It shouldn't be inflicted on humanity. Right, is it nighttime enough yet, or do we need to wait even longer? Oh, he's here. It's late enough.
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is
It is going wrong.
all right? You don't look too well, eh?
He still sounds like he's impersonating Stephen Moore as Marvin the Paranoid Android from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Well. Ah.
So, it's done. The Menhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornard will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Menhir belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Cornard, and not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me.
It is interesting as a
You are a
development.
lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Kurnacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
They certainly are. Does this mean someone else will be taking over in his stead while he goes off on his quest, or is he
You
just
heard
never
what
going to go
Denholm
on
said.
it?
Camelot won't dare touch the Menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return.
What do you need?
People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins.
Oh, are you going into Act 3 with me? The Menhir has regained its power. Why do you need this expedition?
You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. No one can dissuade the seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Cornard have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all.
Now, let's get back to that shield in a bit, okay? But for now, you want to leave Kuanacht forever then?
I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors
Who will
and do
rule in your
what must
stead?
be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the Menhir would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Kurnacht is enough for me.
Who would want to join you on such a quest?
I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa. a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place.
So that is why the quest to speak to Arthur and let him know about his wife's death was showing the Forlorn Swords as a location to go to complete the quest. I suspect they will all be going there. What do you think will convince him to join the expedition for the Grail?
A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Connacht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters.
I see. Well, I'll ask them what they think about the expedition.
Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Connacht.
Will that priceless reward be the chance to see the shield? I can't interact with him at all. I see.
The less
Well,
attention, the better.
I imagine. And why is that? Are you a spy?
You startled me.
Are you up to no good?
Ah, there you are. What news do you bring to the court today?
Nothing?
Farewell. May
Really
your
now?
steps lead to better days for Connacht.
Maybe when the party is formed to go off on a quest, then people will begin to acknowledge it. Perhaps it's a little early to... Well, the good news is, I think that's bought us a reprieve, right? We've got more time in which to explore this land. I bet that's still the false shield. We need to get to the true one. But there is now light from the Menhir, which is presumably a good thing. I'm sure the worshippers of the Red Death Priest would be happy with taking Maggot away from here. They don't like the druids. Okay, you've got nothing new. Well, maybe the case for many people. You know what? Most of them will have gone to bed by now anyway, so let's jog on through the night. Go find ourselves a bed. The usual one, of course. And then ponder how this may develop. Now, taking away the priestess means her apprentice will still continue to run the hospital, so that's all fine. The druid, we may have done everything with him here already. The blacksmith isn't really working here, his apprentice is, so that's another thing. So basically we're taking away people who won't be missed. But who then would replace his lordship? His steward, perhaps? Still feels a little iffy. It feels like this place is going to turn into communism or something, with no rule at all. And the people will just sort of muddle on. Would they be able to do that? Maybe, perhaps. Eventually, they'd come to points where there would be big, important decisions where someone would need to make a decision. And you'll have this point years down the line where representatives of Camelot will be turning up saying, okay, look, you need to come with us now, you need to make a decision, you can't keep stalling. They say, but our lord doesn't come back, he could still be alive out there.
How can I help you today?
And they're saying, now come on, he's been going like 15 years, he ain't coming back. And it would just drag on and on and on. Okay, nothing here we can't live without. So let us rest. Do I feel that I should try and convince everyone? Well, maybe not. Maybe I just do one person at a time or something. I did want to go see if I could commune with the Menhir without passing out. But there is something... I think it's because the Menhir are supposed to drive away the Foredwellers, and the Foredweller part of Arthur that is inside us is being affected. It seems to have gone out again. What the hell? That can't be right. I'd like to have reasons to do some things like investigate that old tolling station where there seems to be an entrance to a whole castle, right? And we just don't seem to have a reason to go in there yet. I mean, I'm hearing whooshing, roaring sounds, like air thrumming. Oh, it is lit, so that's good. And this is still... It's a very pretty shield, mind. But not the shield we seek. I imagine we can't persuade the others to join us. But it might be worth saying hello to one or two of them and see if they've got anything to say on the matter.
Nice to see you.
Starting with you.
Hello again. I've got everything you didn't know you needed.
Right, apparently nothing.
Goodbye,
Okay.
and may good fortune follow you.
I'm going to try him and Bonksy, who probably won't have anything to say about it either. Uh-oh, she's running away from me. You can't run forever, my girl. In fact, you didn't run very far at all, or very fast.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Nothing?
The world's too big to sit still. I gotta keep moving.
Right, you got issues. Serious issues, like commitment issues.
You doing okay? Hello.
Perhaps.
Coming back to me, I see. You must have excellent taste.
And what do you have for sale? All still arrows and archery related stuff. Well, ranged items. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Dude, that looks like one I found.
Leaving already? And we were having such a good time. See you later.
Right. I want to do things. What do I want to do? Oh. Right. You know, maybe... Because the soldiers aren't leaving yet. They're staying until he leaves to go on his quest. So we might have some time to... I don't want to do this. I don't want to go taking on another person's burden and then be tricked into something nasty I don't want to do. But maybe that's the act of selflessness and heroism that is needed. Yeah, it's going to be nasty. Okay. I'm not sure I want to do this. Seems very nasty. And this is just... Why is this showing the horns of the south? You know what? Let's persuade...
You doing okay?
Let's try to persuade the priestess to go. Of the three, she is the most likely to be seeking a new purpose in life, the most fervent, the most desirous of meaning, of purpose. So she should see this as an opportunity for a spiritual journey. And if she comes with us to the Forlorn Swords, then she might be our healing supply trader once she gets there, as she is a healer after all. And we're taking a blacksmith too, and a magician, so we got all three kinds of shop covered, disturbingly. I cannot guarantee I'll be able to persuade her. It may be a persuasion check. We do have a decent amount of spirituality now, possibly not enough. This feels dodgy, but where are you hiding, sister? It's possible she's gone back to the hospital, but now that she's no longer here, let us do this. Because there is a hole in the wall here, and this appears to probably be a point of no return. So we will head down this tunnel, which does have a very flat floor and ceiling. There's a rusty old sword on the surface here that cannot be interacted with. And a lever. So this crypt does not seem to lead any deeper. But I still feel like I have not experienced a great many quests in this act. It feels a bit lacking on content compared to the first one. Feels as if I am missing something. It also definitely feels as if the priests of the Red Death bring the disease with them.
What do you want?
Rather than they follow it. Yeah, they turn up and say, oh, you've got Red Death, you've got Red Death. Oh, look, here it is. Yeah, we knew we'd find it here. Because they brought it with them. It doesn't seem like a few people get it, then a few more, then people send for red priests.
Nice.
Okay, not here. Not here either. Okay. So where would we find her? I don't want to have to turn on the quest markers because that would be silly. She's supposed to be up at the mansion, allegedly. She could be down by the statue. Over here. Oh! And I've got a bounty to claim. Okay then. Better do that, hadn't I? Well, let's check the mansion first, as she was supposed to be in here originally and she was down there in the tomb. So perhaps she is headed back up inside rather than going to the hospital. She's probably not in here at all, but I'll have a look. I don't like the fact walk mode is turned off every time I go through a door.
But everything will be just fine.
Now, there was that place down in the cellars, was there not? Just down here. This appears to not be it at all. Alright.
I should stay out of trouble.
I do hope we didn't break the game by completing her quest before doing this. And that hasn't somehow removed her from the world. So that we now cannot find her to tell about this. That would feel like a pretty big problem that would need to be addressed.
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
Now, did she... If she came with the people from Camelot, she may be in their camp. She might also... Because she's not in the hospital. And by the holy shrine makes the most sense for her, really. But that always has monsters by it. So unless those have been permanently removed now, that is not a safe place for her to be. Now, I know where the other two are, but they're going to be harder to persuade. Okay, let's do this. I don't want to do this, but here we go. Right, map. That's the hospital. That's literally the hospital. Maybe she's standing outside it. And I just missed her completely. Or upstairs at the hospital. That could make sense, actually. There is an upper floor. And yes, that does seem to be the case. We're not going to get in here from... Are we? Yes. Alright. My lady, I come bearing news. Okay. Inside the building, presumably then? I'll go with inside. I would have probably known this if I'd come and looked at the doors earlier. My lady, I would speak with you. Lord Yvain is looking for trustworthy allies to join his quest for the Holy Grail.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it.
Oh.
It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission.
Now, how long ago did she suggest this? I suspect she suggested this to him...
Go with her blessing.
...before we completed the Menhir ritual. And they were cooking it up as a scheme for quite some time. Niante's reading notes of the superiority of the Red Church over the cult of the All-Mother. Why she got that here? Unless it's to sort of critique or to look and see what they're up to, what ideas of superiority they have. Well, that's one down. This may then be a bit of a formality. I kind of want to go... Now, where would I find such notes in the Horns of the South? I feel as if I want to go back now and check. And there's no harm in doing just that. But I have a bounty to claim, so I should do that at least. In theory, if we can get all three people to sign up with his lord quickly, that'll make it, you know, put the wind up the soldiers. No, you stay there. Don't follow me speaking so loudly your voice carries across the map. You know. So in theory, we want to do anything involving the forces of Camelot before moving on from here. So we don't want to rush it just yet. Ah. Got a few deserters.
Keep it up.
For you.
I have no respect for cowards.
And
Yes?
I want to claim the bounty on Sanguinor the Crimson.
I see you managed to defeat Sanguinor the Crimson. Good job. Some say he was a knight who fell in battle and was brought back to life through dark magic, that he rose from the grave as an undead monstrosity with an insatiable bloodlust. Others say he was just a terrible jerk. Either way, he's gone now. Here's your reward. I'll await your return.
We do have the issue of his friend. We may need to look into... Quirko, what are you doing there? With that tent peg and the guy rope. Most unbecoming. You know what? We should go see Lady Alyssa anyway. Why not? It's possible things may have occurred in the south in reaction to some of the things we've done up here, and we've been away for a while now. I suspect we'll need to start the quest for the Grail to really see any big changes down south. But we can certainly try. Oh! And we want more meteoric iron as well, so we'll have to look into that too.
Nice to see you.
We should be able to pick some up along the way. I can't remember all the plot spots. I remember one or two distinctly, but that's about it. And we have a bloody horse, which we could use, but there's enemies on the roads and it's not safe, so let's just trust in good old Shanks's pony. This is the wrong bloody gate, isn't it? Oh well. Might as well use it anyway. Just avoid the bears. I should probably check down here at some point. You know, while I'm in the area. And why not? Are they trying to uproot the tree with all these big chains to destroy it somehow? That feels very, very wrong. Have they been cutting from it? Oh! I see shields on the side of the tree. Looks like there's a way in, possibly even a great door in its trunk. That'd be interesting. Oh, hello. A ring called Ancient Oak's Root, buried under the roots of an oak tree. Almost enough to imagine it's a ring made of wood. Don't mind me, people.
Still here. Still breathing.
What are you poking around here for? You're one of them, aren't you? You better sod off, or else.
Calm down, Bryn. No one would be so stupid as to show up here after making such a mess.
What happened?
You'll have to excuse Bryn. None of us are in the best of moods lately. Someone has been sabotaging our equipment for the past few weeks, and it looks like it's a professional job. They seem to know perfectly well how to make life difficult for us. And after what happened last time, my people have had enough. They refuse to work. They don't want to risk their health.
What happened last time?
The bandits used to come at night, destroy our equipment, and then disappear. But last time, they beat one of the guards unconscious. Poor sod was just lying there, like a tenderized steak for the whole night. He lost a lot of blood. And when we finally managed to wake him up,
It turned out that Edwin wasn't himself anymore. His head was all messed up.
Ooh.
Bastards.
Yeah. He was delirious. Kept seeing strange things. He thought we wanted to hurt him.
Sounds like we should come here at night, and I don't think it's bandits. Do you have any suspects?
Bandits, probably. Or rebels from Connacht. Although at this point, they're one and the same. The workers refuse to keep working. Not only do they feel threatened, but, well, there's no denying that not everyone from Connacht is happy about what we're doing here.
Yeah, why are you trying
I
to
can
tear down
understand
some kind of
that,
national
in a way.
monument?
We made them destroy their own land.
They should just give up. If they piss Denham off, it's not going to be pretty.
Britain, calm down, please. Remember why we're doing this. It's for their own good.
And we have our orders, for which we are held accountable. It's us or them.
Why are we so tall here, looking down on these? I mean, we didn't come up much of a ridge. What now?
We have to catch those scumbags.
Something needs to be done, that's for sure. But for now, we wait. Denholm doesn't want to give us any more guards. So, if you want to earn some money, we could use your help. One of the workers claims to have seen the direction those thugs ran.
Oh, yeah.
They're familiar with the area. They mentioned a cave. I'm not sure if this is a good lead, but it's worth checking out. So, what'll it be?
I'll look into it.
That's good to hear. If you discover anything, come back to me, eh? I'll send someone to Denholm with a report. Good luck.
And where's the cave? Is it somewhere I've already been? Has it magnificently appeared out of nowhere? Workers need someone to investigate and identify the saboteur who's disrupting operations, and it's not telling me where to go or look, just a cave. Nearest caves are the Cozy Cave? I doubt it. Crystal Cave, we've been there already. Okay, let's pretend we're Wait. Why is that? Oh, right, hang on. It's right. Okay, so I need to ask the person. Got it. I did wonder.
Always a pleasure. You look familiar. Yeah, you're Sioran's kid, aren't you? Yeah, that's it. You look a lot like him. Yeah, sorry about your father, but trust me, those priests mean well. They took him to the island asylum to cure him. He'll return whole and healthy. What are you doing here? Did the Camelotians drag you to work here too? Being a Camelot soldier? And what's the point in that? If Camelot gets pissed, there won't be anything left to pick up.
Lad must have looked very girlish. I don't know anyone named Sioran.
Really? I could have sworn you were his kid. Oh well, my mistake. In that case, good for you. Sioran's a terrible bastard and a swindler.
Right. The men of Camelot dragged you over here to work? Why is that?
They brought in machines and soldiers to keep order. You must have seen them. I don't know if you've heard, but they're planning to move us to Camelot. They say it has something to do with the Menhir and the wyrdness, but I don't buy it. Sounds like utter crap to me. I say they should back off and stop sticking their noses where they don't belong, eh? Or they might smell something their royal noses aren't prepared for.
I heard that one of the workers mentioned a cave that could be a hideout for thugs. I bet it's the young guy, but I want to check.
Right, that's me.
Oh, good.
There's this cave dug out by the Cornac folk about 100 years ago. My old man told me it was meant to be a shelter in times of war or some other disaster. I was there a couple of times when I was a kid. They used to be safer back then. Now it's all but abandoned. If you ask me, that's exactly where those folks who beat up the guard could be hiding.
Right.
Sure.
So, I thought it would be the young one if he was going to lead me to the place. The old one if he was just going to tell me where it was. So, if the guide was going to come and fight with us. Okay, over here. Interesting. Well, we're not going to go there. We're going to go here instead. I suspect there won't be map markers for going to find parts of the quest. But I suspect it could also be very worth... Hang on. Why am I suddenly orange? And what is... Oh, it's a weird shovel. Right, okay. Mm-hmm. So it's recipe... Okay. I do have a confession I could take. So S and R so far. Confession will be the other side of town though, so we'll leave it. For our return journey. You know, I'm in the area, I could go check that cave. Oh, and you know what? I could get another one of those letters. But I really do want to head south. So that is where I shall go. Look, there's a note from the Royal Geographers Guild about this tree. You shouldn't be destroying it. What about you? Okay. Bring it on. Get boshed. Overburdened? Yep. That didn't take long, did it? But look at this hammer. Hang on. X or Z? Z. Look at that. Now, the main character walks with considerably less of a hunched back in third-person view. I can go wonk, wonk. Yeah, might want to work on those animations a bit. The left hand is barely attached to the hammer at times. And I don't mean the times where we just release it to kind of swing it round with one arm and then grab it again. I mean, at other times it's a bit odd as well. This piece of armour, the horn and the back plate specifically between the shoulders, seem to have clipping issues with a lot of the cloaks. I am strongly considering going and investigating the shrine of the two ladies, the two harpists. Honestly, at the moment, we're probably better off just going back to the town for the night and selling up their stuff that's overburdening us. Oh, that's annoying. I mean, it's not like we're just a little bit over either. We're 25 over. And we only... I mean, the halberds are nice, you know, but it's just... Because if we go into the Southlands, we're not going to see a merchant until we pretty much get to the other side of it. So, yeah, you know what then? If I'm going to be overburdened anyway... Ooh... We have seen the big bird flying around here as well. Its great tattered feathers trailing. Yeah, we can pick some parsley. We can go fight some redcaps. Maybe even visit the tower while we're here. You know what? That's starting to turn into an idea. Okay, you lot. Let's play. We have options and should definitely enjoy them. Any people? Yes, bad people. Mate, get fucked. We need to work on that damage because it is apparently nowhere near enough. Although we seem healthy enough. We haven't opened this yet. Yeah. Oh! I have a feeling I've read that already. Through the blacksmith's eye, weakening blades. Yes, I absolutely have. Come on then. Oh shit, it's a bear, it's a bear, it's a fucking bear. Here we go. Wait, ethereal cobwebs from animals at night time. But the animals don't show the effects of the weirdness normally. And somehow I bet this alchemist is going to be completely safe and unaffected by it too. I don't like the fact that weirdness is supposed to corrupt everyone and then some people are just completely unaffected by it. And we had to go to great lengths to gain that immunity. They just have to exist. I understand it's done for reasons of functionality. Just because they don't want to break all their existing quests and stuff, and they don't necessarily have resources to create routines for those people to go set up camp or go to bed in a building or something whenever it starts getting dark. Oh, hello. She was for morning made flesh and song, her harp-strings spun from light. Taken by treachery, mourned by all, may her grace never be forgotten. She struck her own blood and paid the price. The gallows sang her final lullaby. Let no harp echo her name. Let her shame rot in the endless night. Well, we know which was which. There appears to be no barrier here. Here, there does. I suspect we may not pass. That's a shame, because this would be the pure and good one. Well, she might have egged her on, right? She might have been very competitive. Hello? This great chamber. feels like a place of danger. Is that locked up? Shackled? We're getting unnaturally dark here, but there is this cold blue light that fills the area, so... And many of those the candles on the other side are all lit. That's the light side, this is the dark side. Nothing to do with Star Wars. So we have a theme of night and day in this area, so I must not carry a torch here or anything like that. The twin dirge dress, the twin dirge veil. Is it a set that can be... Oh, they each have half, don't they? I bet. You know what? Oh god, dexterity and perception. Oh, that's pretty though. Bit extreme, but okay. While we're in the area, why not? That's the second time I've caught myself pressing Skyrim hotkeys instead.
Who dares disturb me? Have you come here to mock me? To spit on my grave?
Who are you?
So, it's mockery you're after. As if you don't know. As if everyone doesn't know and hate me for what I've done. Fine. If you find my fate so amusing, why don't you rot here with me forever?
Oh. Oh. I'm terribly sorry. I couldn't remember which sister you were. I should have presumed. Wait, what am I doing?
They've gone quiet. It's so peaceful now. It's been ages since I last felt this peace. Back when we were young and carefree, weaving beautiful melodies together. Oh, my sweet sister, what have I done to you? What have we done to ourselves?
Will you tell me about your sister?
I know she's here, somewhere, beyond this wall. I can feel her sadness seeping through the cracks. I wish I could comfort her, but it's impossible. Aang never knew loneliness like this. Never felt its crushing weight. Such bitter irony. I often wish she could feel what I felt when she turned away from me. To understand that pain. Now she does. And
that
it
is
hurts
jealousy.
even more. I wish I could join her, even if she doesn't forgive me. I don't want her to be alone.
She might not want to be consoled by her killer.
I realize that. But now, we're both dead. We have eternity to learn forgiveness. All I want is peace. And I sense she does too.
I could get you out of here. Bury the two of you together.
Would you? I have nothing to offer but my gratitude. Whatever they buried me with is yours. Death has shown me how meaningless material things really are. Thank you, kind stranger, for giving us this chance at peace.
She sounds American. There's certain words. Anyway, well, she's not going to give it to me, so I suspect it will be given as a reward after. It's not as if we can open up the tomb and take the things she says we can. Now, there is a gap in the wall. The kind of gap to torture her with. I mean, I've half a mind to take a sledgehammer to that section of the wall back there that looked blatantly like extra bit had been slapped on the front as a really crude repair. In fact, that may be my only choice. Or, and bear with me on this one, I go back to the entrance and see if the golden curtain of energy has now been removed so that I may enter. I'll try that first. It seems a little more reasonable. And the other place is all light, so I shouldn't let any darkness in there. Well, I have no darkness except that which I bear within me, and those garments that I wear from her sister. However, there's also the rest of this corridor to explore. There may be another way down. Or it's just a balcony around the top of this room, where we met with her. And we could have jumped down there. Another one of these statues. Almost as if the seconds... Oh, that does look very painful and nasty. Ah, it's the arm. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Hello? Just booze. We'll leave it. We don't need it. A coin for the dead, it can rest there, we have plenty. Let us see where this goes. Not very far, apparently. But hey. Alright. Well, back to the entrance then, I reckon. I could try battering the wall with a hammer, but I strongly suspect there would be an E-interact prompt to do something like that. Even with our pickaxe. And it doesn't quite look rough enough, it looks a little too well made. So, okay. What do I do now? Just in case it does anything. Probably doesn't. Alright. So we're wanting to find a way through. And I doubt we can crawl through the space of all the candles. So my guess at battering down the wall does seem quite reasonable, unless... I mean, there's no way we can get through this. And we got an autosave. Interesting. Well, let's be on the lookout for anything down here. You know, what if we do just strike a light in here, and that does it? Because we're forbidden from having light in here. So why is there a bloody chandelier? 2 chandeliers with giant candles. I have my doubts. Hang on. Okay. Interesting. I mean, that is well dodgy. Right. Hello. Oh. I think we've been in that chamber already. Or we don't strike a light down here, but take one with us. No. Thank God. Okay. Light may be required to pass through that barrier. Or we might need to wait till daytime. Okay, that didn't do it. Okay, a health potion. I don't think it's part of a puzzle. It's not like we have to extinguish those flames. Same picture on both ends. Wondering if there's some kind of clue. What I hope we don't have to do is go out and speak to the alchemist and ask him what to do. And then he tells us. Then we come back in and do it. Because that would feel horribly convoluted. Because I believe he told us not to come in here originally. And then when we go out, we can say, well, we've been in there and guess what, you know. It should be daylight already, so I don't think that's it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Although if the curse is now somewhat lifted, I've got a really horrible feeling we have to go outside because we can't get through here, right? Would be very nice, but no. It feels as if we need to do something. I mean, do we even have her remains if we're going to bury them outside? Yes, yes we do. Okay. So we do need to find a way in. You fucking what? So a crouch and a jump lets us crawl through after all. So the one thing I wanted to do, and this should theoretically be a mirrored layout. So if we come up here and turn right, then right again. Ooh, big eyes. Okay, we see you. That should be there. And then this should lead to the upper part of the chamber we wish to reach. We might be unable to reach it by other means than... Oh no, this... I mean, there she is. Very different statues, far less demonic looking. Oh, we get the corrupted heart here again. And what is that up there? Right. No. Worth checking anyway, just in case it was something really valuable. For now, though, let us descend. So there should be another side chamber with the other half of the set. Let us absolutely get our shield back, because we're going to suffer without it. Probably shouldn't go in armed. I suspect we may need to fight 2 emotional weird representations in the other sister's chamber as well before we can leave. Again, mirroring the other half of the dungeon's layout, thematically and mechanically. So this would be the leading to the locked door on the other side. So a different layout, not entirely mirrored. An origin potion, but no parts of the set just yet. So perhaps no origin potion on the other side, just a locked door. You are barred, you are forbidden from starting anew. So then this is locked, does not go around to the right, doesn't have garments within it. Let's hope it doesn't get too rough, because we don't have much by way of protection at the moment.
Who are you? Are you here to steal my riches? They're mine. I earned them as the favored entertainer of Segramor's court. Oh, but maybe you are one of the courtiers. Did you have fun plotting my demise?
I'm not a courtier.
Lies. Why would you come here if not to gloat over my misery? Well, this time I will have the last laugh as you join me here forever.
Here we go. Yep. Get that pride. And greed. I was correct in my suspicion as to how that would play out. Maybe now we can offer her a better perspective.
It's so calm. I never thought I'd miss peace and quiet. It was always my sister's preference. Oh, my poor Aideen. What have I gotten us both into?
What happened to you?
My sister killed me. I don't think she meant to. I said something stupid and she just got so angry. Truth be told, it was a long time coming. If I were her, I would have slapped myself much earlier. It really wasn't her fault that I tripped over that damned rock.
Will you tell me about Aideen?
My poor sister. They killed her because of me, didn't they? I can sense her gloomy presence even here, among this glitz. She never minded being alone, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely.
There really is.
And I pushed her into that loneliness. A joke here, a joke there. To her, they must have felt like daggers. I wish I could comfort her. Tell her I don't blame her. I hate that they separated us so thoroughly. I hate it even more that I had a hand in this.
I have Aideen's remains with me. She wants to be buried with you.
She does? Truly? Maybe there's still a chance for us to find peace at last. Thank you, kind stranger, for bringing us back together. Just one thing. I'd prefer not to be buried in this chamber. Aideen always despised this kind of ostentation, and frankly, I've grown weary of it too.
What if she blames you? And that's weird, because we've already cut...
I'm sure she does. Aideen has always been so dramatic. But her anger ebbs and flows. And we have an eternity to work on mutual forgiveness.
You really do. And now we need to find a place for them. Ironically, we have 2 here and 2 there, like the 2 sisters. Ironically, I suspect that doing it right in front of the monument might not be what they want. I also suspect the barrier might be open now, because I don't fancy clipping through that again. It may, however, still remain closed. Some magician hoping to maintain her purity. Yeah. Bump. Gotta clip through then. Let's hope it works from both sides. And if there's another way around we are supposed to find, then... hey. That is so weird. That should not be allowed. Don't worry, Quirko, we'll get out of here and... oops. Find ourselves a place. Let's take this cloak off. It doesn't really fit, does it? There we go. Let's get something on our feet. There we go. And some very high boots indeed. Oh, that is correct. Okay. You know what? Let's just take that off. Shake her hair out, feel a bit more natural. Gotta find him a place. I bet it's a specific place, not just a anywhere I feel like it kind of place. I hope it's not some kind of cursed tainted ground. Oh, you know what? I've thought of somewhere that seems quite fitting, but I don't think they'd like it, and it doesn't feel quite perfect. I also suspect he won't have any good advice on where to put it, but we can ask him anyway when it finishes loading. I'm thinking the statue down there.
The air changed the moment you arrived.
Does it smell bad?
May Mather's strong arm embrace you.
Right. So, I've got 2 places in mind. One is just here next to the statue, the other is down there. Doesn't seem to be the case, does it? Do I just get to pick anywhere? Oh, there's the big family crypt. Over there! By the statue of the All-Mother. Well, I think I'd probably want to wear armour for that, as it's a bit dangerous there. However, I might be able to make it out of here. And you know what? It is raining. I'll put the hood back on. We look a bit like some kind of deranged cultist from a medieval high court. The slight bulge of the hips is very sort of Elizabethan. The shoulder, the pauldrons, not sure, sort of very 1980s maybe. Interesting. If we get into town, we'll ditch the headgear. I don't think there was meteorite here. And we didn't get to go see Lady Alyssa or anyone down south at all, so I'll definitely be wanting to look into that in the next episode. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Axe and shield for a lady. Very quaint. So what are we looking at here? I mean, these shouldn't have affected my health. Don't know. For the Inquisitor set, that is actually nice though, isn't it? It's nicer than this, right? We could have some fun with that. With the transmogrification system. Only one set. Shouldn't we have... There we go. Good. Alright. Yeah, maybe not the giant cowboy hat of doom. But what we could do... Get really silly. Aha! And then... Where are you? Excellent stuff. Oh no, I meant to get on it. There we go. Can we get it? Oh, we can. That probably makes it easier to steer as well. Much easier to steer. In first person, trying to... I don't think you can really use the mouse to steer the horse, and you have to use the sideways movement keys. This is definitely the intended experience for riding. And I should probably have stopped to pick those roses. Horse would probably like to smell them a bit as well, maybe nuzzle them slightly. And you know what? We're heading back towards that cavern where the thugs are supposedly hiding out. So we're in the area. Ah, Alyssa, so many duties keep me away from you. I will return to speak of you again at some point, and you'll probably say, I've been thinking of you, I haven't seen you in a long time, and give me some high quality garment that is completely irrelevant to my build. But hey, let's just get off the bloody horse and get back inside ourselves rather than outside. Then let's go lighten our load before we head off to bury the two sisters. And this is closer than the blacksmiths, so to market we shall go. Maggot is probably next, Earthy probably last in terms of persuasion, but Maggot is probably going to be the most reticent.
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
Because if he leaves this area, then it'll be easier for the men of Camelot to take over.
Ah, a fine day for business. And perhaps for bargains, too.
You know, I really appreciate you purchasing all these things I dump on you. Completely needlessly. Wow, it's been quite a lot, hasn't it? You must have customers who are taking this stuff up, because you never seem to offer this sort of quality to me. Right, and we're putting these away, this away. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. Right, carry on. We can absolutely part with that. Right. No. We do not want to make that mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Don't need 2 of those. There we go. Alright. 200. Oh, we need to absolutely dump some of the stuff we're carrying. Crafting supplies are clearly overburdening us. God, we don't need to carry 11 of them. And since we're right here, we might as well do some of that now. They'll be here if we need them. Oh, there we go. Right. And over here, there is a lot of leather, isn't there? Quite a lot of leather. Yes, an awful lot. There we go, that's a very good start. Nope, not yet. Right. Let us go on a mission of mercy.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
To bring peace to these 2 tormented souls, tired of being constantly bitter and angry at each other and wanting to find rest. I do definitely want to investigate that fortress at some point, but I've never had a reason to. Never. Oh good. Give me a reason, game. I mean, I'll eventually probably do it anyway, but if you give me a reason, I'll be even more likely to do so. Right. Oh no, I think I'm going to sneeze. So if Niante isn't supervising the Priest of the Red Death, we've only seen 2 of them here. Well, no. We've seen those 2, we've seen a few others now. Yeah, you're back. Look, it's quite simple. We go like this. And like this. There we go. Yes, I will do that after. You know what? This is quite a nice place. Carving around the base of a tree is interesting. Let's bury the ashes of the 2 harpers here. Don't know why. No indication this was the right thing to do. But the king is pleased and wishes to speak with us, so that's great. Let's just lay a few more troubled souls to rest first. There we go. My liege, you would speak with me? What was your court like, as opposed to the court of King Zagramor?
Why? Are you wondering if I, too, had a torrid affair with a court musician?
Not exactly.
No. The only bard we had was Taliesin.
Taliesin,
he was
the
old,
bard.
Smelled of stale wine, and had a beard down to his knees. I'm quite certain all those tales of his beauty came from him alone. The court itself was not my favorite place to be. The intrigues, the manipulations. At times, they almost made me long for the battlefield.
So, Taliesin the Bard is quite a big figure in Celtic mythology. I think he's supposed to be one of the half-fairy folk. And it's interesting that so many people have been mispronouncing his name recently due to the popularity of Critical Role. And Taliesin Joffrey, who pronounces his own name, Taliesin. Sometimes you have to worry about people. And they went with Taliesin here, which is interesting. Should probably flag up a quest. Oh, it did automatically, that's good. Right. Yeah, I mean, those are probably relatively easy. One might not even need a persuade check at all. In fact, neither might, but I want to wrap up a few things. And you know what, I've been playing long enough, I want to look into this, I really do. I'm thinking, where in the Horns of the South would we find a letter hinting that someone has been leading people into ambushes? Where would we find a dead body with another letter on it? Okay, so there might be 3 of them in this area. Yeah, because there's the 3rd one down by the water. For now, though, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone. See you all soon.